Good evening and welcome to Business at Prime. Well, Public Enterprises Director General Takatso CEO has told Parliament that transformation in the aviation industry is imperative, and SAA's chosen equity partner, the Takatso Consortium, will provide this transformation. He was speaking before Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Public Enterprises, where he says that rumors that Takatso will not add transformation to the SAA deal are simply not true. And he also says that it is imperative that Takatso, this particular deal, is actually going through. And on top of that, when he says that there's going to be some sabotage, this is an attempt at sabotage and the progress that has been made when it comes to this particular deal, which government fully supports. We are joined by Takatso Consortium CEO Gidon Novick. Good evening, Gidon, thank you for your time. Just today, you've had to deal with reports that your partners, Global Aviation, have pulled out of the consortium. These are some of the misconceptions and many other allegations that you've had to deal with since you were announced as the preferred strategic equity partner. Are you surprised at some of the allegations that are coming out, which are obviously missing the mark because they are untrue?
Yeah, I'm quite surprised and in a way quite happy to see all the interest in the deal. You know, this is SAA is something South Africans care deeply about, and it's actually, you know, while it's been difficult, you know, fending off some of the issues that have come our way, it's encouraging to see how deeply people care about SAA and what it means to them. So not really surprising, but it's been, you know, quite something to deal with challenges along the way.
Where do you think these allegations or reports about Global Aviation came from? I mean, you were pushed to even, you know, refute these allegations on social media.
Yeah, I really don't know, but we've got a really strong consortium. You know, the consortium and the partnership with government really are what we call the dream team. If we can pull it off with government as a shareholder, with a very strong strategic funding partner in Harith, and ourselves and Global as the technical partners with deep experience in the industry, we really have got the formula to make this work. And it's getting pretty close to the time that we need to get stuck in and make it work.
Gidon, a couple of days ago, you sent out a statement saying that you have fulfilled a majority, in fact, all of the requirements of the due diligence that was being done on yourselves. But I'm sure you were also doing a due diligence on SAA. How close are you to a deal? And are you now aware of how much a 51% stake for SAA is actually worth?
Yeah, we've come a hell of a long way. It's been very complex. You know, this is a company that's had serious issues over the last decade or two, as we all know. It's been through a business rescue process. So there was certainly a lot of work to do on the due diligence. We've not found anything worrying or troubling that prevents us from going ahead. We're very close to finalizing the deal. It is going to be a deal that takes time to finalize. There's, you know, a lot of approvals that need to take place. So we're trying to be patient. I think we need to be patient. But, you know, it's been a complex process, but we really are getting there.
The global airline industry has gone through one of the toughest periods in history with COVID-19. Still with us, what are the prospects for recovery, and what support will the sector need from shareholders, passengers for this particular recovery?
Yeah, I mean, travel's been through the toughest time possibly in history. Air travel's been very significantly affected. It's coming back slowly. It's coming back around the world. It's not coming back in a straight line. It's coming back in waves. You know, people have realized, I think, that they need to connect with other people. You know, doing things online and, you know, video conferencing has got a great use, but people want to get out there. They want to connect with other people. They want to explore the world. So travel is coming back and will come back. When exactly it will come back and how quickly it will come back, nobody knows. And that's why it's so important to have a model that is very agile and responsive to what's happening and the macro factors that affect the industry.
Let's talk about the challenges that you foresee that we are likely to experience in the coming years when it comes to air travel. Any changes that you foresee?
Yeah, I mean, certain things like, certainly safety has always been an issue in air travel. I think now there's an added layer around safety. Am I going to be safe with the people around me? So that's something that's actually, I think, been very well managed by the industry. People are now feeling safe to fly. The protocols have been very well adhered to. Business travel there's a big question mark. Are people going to travel less for business? Probably yes. Maybe trips will be a little bit longer, and maybe they'll be more meaningful, the business trips that people make. So there's a lot of uncertainty, but people's desire to experience different places and experience the world, I don't think is going away. South Africa happens to be one of the most sought after tourist locations in the world. And, we're banking on that continuing. We've got the most beautiful country and people want to come and see it.
Clearly, Gidon, you believe and are passionate about air travel, having launched Leaf Airlines during COVID-19 times. How is that going to work now that we have Leaf Airlines and at the same time Takatso is involved in SAA? Yeah.
We need to manage it very carefully. We have separate teams, obviously, running the two airlines, completely separate teams. There may be opportunities to do things together in the future. They have a pretty different focus. SAA really, its greatest strength historically and probably going forward is going to be in the region. SAA was a very, very strong player in the African region. And in the future, the plan is for it to continue to be a very strong player in the African region. So I think there are different spaces for the airlines to play in. And if there are any conflicts, they need to be very carefully managed.
Gidon Novick, the CEO of the Takatso Consortium, which is the preferred strategic equity partner that's going to be taking that controlling stake of 51% on SAA. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you. Thanks, Xolani.